Let's get our arms around our vision for life, our life, what we want out of it, and what we're willing to put into it. Now, in this series, we're talking about the idea of a truth sheet and noting the key elements to track our life. And the first video discussed the idea of your assets and your liabilities. And I think that's a great starting point. Now we're going to take a big leap, and we're going to talk about our vision and formulating our vision. And it is daunting because there's not many of us who realized when we were 5 years old what we wanted to be in our life. And there's something confrontive about a vision, because if I have a vision, and especially if it's written down, especially if it's something I'm reviewing, at least occasionally, what am I doing to move the vision forward? That's a deep level of accountability. Now, a lot of times when we start to think about a vision, we get apoplectic and catatonic and we seize up. And I don't want that for you. Let's start with aspects of your vision that are most available to you. Like maybe you have a vision for the primary relationship you're in, or a vision for your body, or your career, or your finances, or your residence, or your continuing education. There's all matter of things we can have a vision about. And I think what's most important about putting together a truth sheet is it's a demonstration of commitment that you want to get on with your life. And sometimes it takes several passes to sit down and think about something a number of times. So it starts to formulate and formulate. Because we want to formulate a life vision, because then we're giving voice to the aspects of life we want to create. And this can be the kind of people we want to associate with, capabilities, things to accomplish. And basically, it's going to drive where your time, energy, and resources, your focus, and your attitude are all going to go towards. A vision is a way to identify the matters of particular importance in your life. And people who energetically move forward in life, they have a context to it. That's their vision. It acts like a homing device, and it keeps them focused on what's next. It's like seeing the future. How many times do we hear about somebody who reached a really amazing point in their life, and they say, oh yeah, when I was so many years back, I wrote it out. I was going to do this, this, and this, and there I was going to be. It's like they made a plan. Now, we have a vision for lots of things, so don't be overwhelmed by the concept. Even if the vision is what to go and get at the grocery store, you've got a vision. I want to help you grow it. I want you to use this concept of a truth sheet to help grow the vision of your life and what's important to you. And I want you to overcome any issues with the confidence involved in initiating the steps to reach parts of those visions. But whatever you do, you got to write it down. You got to have some way to reflect on it. But if you would be willing to generate even a facsimile of a vision, it will set your subconscious mind into motion, and it will start to direct you. And you just start to follow the energy of your life that way. And there are no perfect answers or right answers here. It's simply about the directions you want to take. And part of it is a discernment, because if you have a vision to be an architect, then your vision is not to be a professional athlete. So it's deciding and also deciding against. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we have, is we don't want to leave stuff out, but we have to leave stuff out because we're choosing to focus on certain things. So let's think about health, abilities, skills, perspectives, knowledge. How about a vision for our character? How do we like to grow and evolve as a human being? And start with the stuff that's most obvious to you. And absolutely give yourself permission to take several attempts to elaborate on your vision. Like sit down once a week or once a month and look at your truth sheet, look at your vision, and start to see how you can embellish on it and fill it in a little bit and get it a little tighter and see how one element of the vision may connect to another. Because ultimately, the point of having a truth sheet, telling yourself the truth about your life, is one, you want to create a vision, your vision. And secondly, you want to focus your intention and you want to focus your attention. It's not about time management anymore. It's about attention management. And a truth sheet can help you discern what you want to focus your attention on. And in so doing, you get to implement your execution. And along the way, you're going to have some goals or targets, why you do something. And it'd be great to turn them into small, actionable steps. Start small, build on it. Because goals infuse life with purpose. When someone comes to me and they're just a hot mess with different issues about their life, and where's the purpose? Have they lost purpose? Do they know what their purpose is? You gain that purpose, you hold on to that purpose. And that's how you steer the ship of your life. And it's not to say it has to be amazing things, the most amazing things, that you have to be the CEO of some big tech company or the governor of your state. It's not about that. It's about what's meaningful and rewarding to you. What will satisfy you? What makes you hungry? Because as you formulate your goals, you're like performing alchemy. Because what you're doing is you're blending your dreams with reality, which is the execution. Now, there's 4 forces that I have found that affect our goals and targets. And the first one is we have to understand how our drama, our feasance, our negative head gab, our pejorative judgments work to deny our goals and targets. And the flip to that is, how does our essence and what is magnificent about you, how does that work to support them? Got to know both. Secondly, you're going to have some knowledge, hopefully, of the correct tasks, not just any task, but the correct ones, and what their sequencing is, so you can reach the goals that you set for yourself. Third is the focus and self-discipline to keep your tasks and your vision connected. They have to stay connected. They're like 2 sides of a coin. So they stay connected as you move forward. And the last one, and I think this is very often overlooked, is your intuition and your ability to receive from the universe, from God or source, whatever you want to call it. But it's outside of yourself, because you do not have to do this alone. So true receiving creates a synchronicity with the world around you. It strengthens the structure of your life. And by allowing and following the energy to connect with your internal reference points, what's alive in you, what's important to you, help and guidance will be provided when necessary. So the attributes of our goals is they take a dream and they create a vision, and that also defines our tasks. And they are impacted by our drama and also our essence. But they're also supported by our daily program. But before we get to that next video, let's think about our homework, which is, where are we at with our vision? When's the last time we even thought about our vision? You know, John Lennon had a great line. Life is what happens while we're busy making other plans. So maybe it's a good time to step out of your life for 5 minutes and think about the vision you want to have for your life. And then you can step back into it. So like and subscribe, please, to our channel. Send a comment along. Love to hear from you. But we want you to hug yourself because you love yourself, and the rest of us are trying.